Hi, Randy R. with Berkshire Hathaway and the Aura Group here in Laguna Niguel. You want to see views? Let's jump in my car. I'm going to show you views. So for today's tour, I'm really excited to take you into this community at the very highest peak in Laguna Niguel. I'm traveling and approaching Alicia Parkway. I'm going to make a left-hand turn on Alicia. Just for reference, Dana Point and the ocean, if you will, is to my left, and the freeway is to my right, and I'm about in the middle of the coastline and the freeway in the center of Laguna Niguel. I'm going to take Alicia to a street that climbs up to the very, very top of the summit area, and then I'm going to actually take you down the back side of the summit area just to show you the street most traveled to get to these communities. I never get tired of driving through these communities because of the spectacular views. The homes are beautiful as well. Some may be slightly more desirable than others, and I'll point that out as we drive through the communities. There is a gated area that I'm going to reserve for another day. There are several subdivisions that are gated up at the top of Laguna Niguel, known as the Summit area, but I'll leave that for another day. So I'm going to make a right-hand turn here on Pacific Island Drive. PID to the locals, we have an acronym for it, and I'm going to make a right-hand turn. Crown Valley Parkway's straight ahead of me, the major thoroughfare through the city, but I'm going to take you up Pacific Island Drive just to give you an idea of how much we really ascend above sea level. So the distance from here to the very, very top is a little bit shorter than the descending side that I'm going to take you down as well. But this is, as far as a grade, this is probably a little bit steeper. And the only reason I know that is because I'm an avid cyclist, and the cyclists that I bike with, we hate going up this way. We also hate going up the other way too, because they're both significant climbs. This is a little bit shorter, but it tends to be a little bit steeper at most points here. But we're climbing up. I'm going to show you the community that we just passed to the right. We are going to cross the intersection of Clubhouse and Pacific Island Drive, or PID. And Clubhouse takes you all the way back down to Crown Valley Parkway. So as you can see, we're definitely still climbing, and we're going to reach the peak in about maybe a quarter of a mile, not too much further. And I'm also going to show you now a community on the left that we're passing, but I'm going to come back, we'll revisit these areas. One of the gated communities is right here on our right-hand side. It's Coronado Point. The homes are all custom. Again, I will reserve this for another day. We're up almost to the peak. These are some interesting communities up here. There's actually 3 different subdivisions, and some of them are 55 and over, and some of them are not. It's Monarch Summit 1, 2, and again, some of the communities are reserved for 55 and over, where at least one of the owners must be 55 years of age, and the others cannot be of age. Down that street, I did a video of that community. That's Laguna Sur. It is a gated community, and the homes are very interesting. A lot of them have phenomenal ocean views. Now we're coming down the back side of PID. This is longer than the climb that we just made, but it's not quite as steep. It's steep, but not quite as steep. I'm sure by now you can tell that many of these homes have phenomenal views, and we're continuing down PID, or Pacific Island Drive. If you go up Ocean Way, this will take you to another area of custom homes, gated community. I will be covering those in other videos, but I wanted just to give you an idea of how much elevation there is to the communities up at the top of this peak. Ahead of us, ocean views. Many of the homes that I'm going to show you today have ocean views as well. I think you could tell by now this is a steep descent. I'm sure you can tell by now that we're descending at still a pretty significant grade, and it is longer than the climb that we made, but You know what? Who's kidding who? It's a significant grade no matter what. I ride it. I don't enjoy it. It's a real grind. There's one of my fellow cyclists right there. The guys who like to climb definitely enjoy this challenge. Obviously, going downhill is way easier than coming up, and this is the longest travel. He's cheating. He's riding an e-bike. So we are heading back up PID, or Pacific Island Drive. We're going up the longer way. And when we get to the top, I'm going to show you our first community. The way I think I'd like to organize this for our tour today is small, medium, and large. I'll take you through a community that has the smallest floor plans. I'll then graduate to the middle-sized properties, if you will, and then show you the largest floor plans up in the Summit area. Now again, I'm restricting these to just the tract homes, not custom homes and not gated homes. These subdivisions are all non-custom homes, but all of them enjoy views. Now some enjoy ocean views, some just panoramic views. There are many streets that have tremendous views of the Saddleback Mountains, which are nice because in the wintertime, they're all snow-capped and it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm now back up to the top, passing the Monarch Summit homes. The Monarch Summit homes, which are part of this community, are at the very, very highest level or elevation in the city. You can't get any higher than this. And as we travel back down the slightly shorter way up to the top, I'm going to make a left-hand turn and take you into a community called Village Niguel Summit. These are the smallest floor plans. They range in size from 2 3-bedroom floor plans. The largest is a 5-bedroom floor plan, and many people typically make that 5th bedroom an office. It's a very, very common format for that floor plan, 4 bedrooms and an office. But you could, in a pinch, make it a 5th bedroom. You can see the views are just spectacular. Way in the distance there, I can see the Mission Viejo Mall. I can see the hospital. In the distance, it's a hazy day, but you can see the Saddleback Mountains. So I'm going to be making a left-hand turn here on Sonrisa. I have sold many, many homes in this community. I don't think these communities are great for young families with children because it's very hilly, which restricts kids from being able to travel outside and, you know, bike to neighbors or friends' houses and whatnot. It's just not a very conducive community for children. I don't remember ever placing buyers here that have children. Mostly empty nesters, older couples. One of the features that you're going to notice as we drive through these streets, and it's trash day, of course, but one of the things that you'll notice is this street, as well as many other in the Village Niguel Summit division, they're all single-loaded streets. In other words, no homes on my left, all homes on the right, taking advantage of the view. Now, as we turn this street, we're going to lose all the ocean views, and all of these homes will be facing the Saddleback Mountains. Panoramic views nonetheless, but no ocean views. Homes in this community range from 1,800 square feet up to about 2,500 square feet for the 5-bedroom. There is no such thing as a 3-car garage in this community. All of these homes have 2-car garages. I'm going to make a left-hand turn on Chapala, and Chapala again is a single-loaded cul-de-sac street. These initial homes right here have Saddleback Mountain views, but as we travel down the street and the street starts to bend here, starting probably right around here on my left is where we're going to have some ocean views. I'm going to definitely show you some aerial views from this community because the views are just stunning. As we travel down this street and the street above, when we get to the end of this street, this is a cul-de-sac, as we get to the end, these 2 or 3 homes would probably be the most desirable homes in the entire subdivision because they have absolute dead-on ocean views. This home in front of us, the home just to the left, including this home, these 3 are the pinnacle lots in this community. Nonetheless, this home has a good view. Actually, I think I sold that home. I lost count. This home has a good view as well. And as we travel back down the single loaded street, all of these homes on the right-hand side, they all have really good views. Many of them have side shots of the ocean, because the ocean's a little bit off center here. Prices range in this community from about $750 a foot to $950 a foot. Why such a big disparity? Because of the view. The homes that face the Saddleback Mountains are in that $750 to maybe $825 range, depending upon the condition of the home. And then the homes like I showed you towards the end of the street, the ones that have the phenomenal ocean views, those would be up in the $900 to $950 per foot. And again, 1,800 to 2,500 square feet. Now, this very small section right here, unfortunately, doesn't have any view lot. These homes right here on my right, there's only about 8 or 10 of them. These right here, they face the canyon and another hillside, another slope. So they don't back to any other homes, but they really don't have the panoramic views that people are attracted to this community for. That'd be the last home that suffers the non-view. This is a real court, super short cul-de-sac street. I've sold as short a street as this is. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 homes. I think I've sold 3 of the 10 on this street. And we're gonna hit Anamonte, and this is the street that will exit this community. So it's a relatively small subdivision, not a lot of homes, and the smallest floor plans in single family detached homes up on the hill. Entry level as far as price would probably be about $1.5 million, $1.6 million, and we have crested $2 million, probably mid twos, like 2.3, 2.4 for the larger floor plan. We could probably exceed 2.5 million. These lots right here are also excellent view lots because they do have ocean views right here on the left. We probably could exceed 2.5 million, but would have to be the largest floor plan on the best street. So that concludes all of Village Niguel Summit. I'm going to travel back out here to the main street. So I'm going to make a left-hand turn here on Highlands and take you to another area that is still considered the Summit area. It's just on another ridge in this area, and we're going to travel up a street and take a look at the Paragon Homes. Paragon Homes are the ones that I refer to as in the middle size, middle price, many of them enjoying phenomenal views. So you can see that monument straight ahead of us. It says Niguel Summit, and you may have noticed that that monument existed in the other communities as well. They're just 2 different areas all on the ridge line here of Laguna Niguel, but kind of on different hills. So I really enjoy the Village Niguel Summit subdivision. That's the smallest collection of homes that we started with. And I also really enjoy these homes called Paragon. I'm making a left on Niguel Road, traveling up to another area of Niguel Summit. And these are the Paragon Homes, the ones that are in the middle size and price range of the single family detached homes. I've placed many buyers in these homes. They're great floor plans. They have awesome views. Most of the streets are cul-de-sac, single loaded streets, and the floor plans are really terrific floor plans. I'm going to take you down this street, Seriana. I have a very close friend that lives on this street. I actually just saw him this morning on a bike. Single loaded cul-de-sac street, strong Mediterranean influence. Most of the homes up on this hill have strong Mediterranean influence, but these are the Paragon Homes, and I really enjoy these floor plans. Many buyers are very attracted to the architecture, the price range, of course, and the views in cul-de-sac streets. They range in size from about 27 to 3,700 square feet. All of them are 4-bedroom floor plans, and they all have 3-car garages. So we're at the end of this cul-de-sac. We're gonna make a turn here and go back down. They will range in price from about $750 a foot to $900 a foot. And again, the question of why such a range? Well, something has to do with the upgrades and amenities that homeowners have put into their home, but very much is with regard to the view. The better the view, the higher the dollars per square foot. Ocean view will command the peak, straddling $900 a foot. There is currently a home on the market for $2,995,000. It's the largest floor plan at 3,700 square feet. If it does sell, it will be the highest recorded sale because there has been nothing really very close to $3 million for sales price. Typically these homes sell for about $2 million for the smaller floor plans to about 2.5, 2.6. So fingers crossed that those sellers get close to $3 million. It would set the benchmark for these homes called Paragon. I'm gonna go up to the top of the street, and the reason I wanted to bring you up to the top here, to the left is the continuation of the Paragon Homes. I'll drive down that street. To the right is a gated community called Palmia. And again, I will save the gated communities for another tour. And those are all beautiful, beautiful view homes. Non-custom, but high-end tract homes. So the homes in the Paragon collection, such as these straight ahead of us at the end of this cul-de-sac street, these would enjoy ocean views. And I'll show you some aerial footage and views from this community, but those would command the highest dollar per square foot should those come on the market. We've now entered the community of Belle Maison. And again, very few streets in this community as well, but these are the largest floor plans for tract homes up on the hill. Homes in Belle Maison will range in size from about 3,000 square feet to just under 4,000 square feet. From about $650 to $700 per square foot. And almost every home in this community does have good views. Not ocean views, nonetheless good views. There's a few homes here, just like in Village Niguel Summit, that face a canyon or another hillside, but the overwhelming majority of the homes do enjoy great views. As we travel down the end of Belle Maison, we're gonna tee into another street as we turn the corner here. And as you can see, those homes straight ahead of us, those would be at the lower price range on a dollar per square foot basis because they simply don't have the views that some other homes do have. So this home on the right and these next few homes, they all face a hillside, but very few of those homes. As we turn the corner, starting here, all of these homes would enjoy the views and would command prices of $700 and up dollar per square foot. All of the homes in Belle Maison have 3-car garages, and floor plans range from 3-bedroom floor plans, which are very generous in size because they're 3,000 square feet with 3 bedrooms. Those are generous bedroom sizes, to about 4,000 square feet or just under 4,000 square feet with a 5-bedroom floor plan, but all of them having 3-car garages, which is a nice feature. These homes these are all on single loaded streets for the majority of the homes in the neighborhood. And these homes on the right-hand side, they have great views. I shared with you that I would be very, very honest, and I told you that some neighborhoods are more desirable than others. For some reason, the Belle Maison community, which is where we are now, although the homes are very, very nice and the views are spectacular, for some reason, well, actually I know the reason, for some reason, they just seem to not bring the dollar per square foot command that some of the other neighborhoods do. My personal opinion, I think the floor plans are a little bit more challenging. I've shown many homes, and I've sold many homes in this community, and I have placed buyers in this community. None with kids, because it is not a kid-friendly neighborhood, only because of the terrain being so steep and hilly. But I think the architecture in these homes tend to be a challenge for most buyers to have a clear vision. These homes in front of us here, they're all going to have phenomenal views. But I think the architecture, the interior styles, and floor plan kind of hold the values back a little bit. They're all Mediterranean, just challenging floor plans for the most part. One thing about me is I'm totally honest. I'll tell you what's good, I'll tell you what's bad. So they are beautiful homes, but not quite as desirable from a dollar per square foot perspective as some of the other communities up here on the hill. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at some of the homes in Niguel Summit as much as I've enjoyed showing you some of the homes here up on the hill in Laguna Niguel. If these communities are of interest to you, please let me know. If there's other communities that are top of your list, let me know. I work in this area quite a bit, enjoy showing homes here. They're beautiful, the views are spectacular, whether they be saddleback, snow-covered mountains, or ocean views. You have your choice here in Niguel Summit. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. It does help my channel. Randy Orr with Berkshire Hathaway, changing lives one home at a time.